Rusky's Crypto Cave here, and jumping on a bandwagon with all these videos recently of everybody talking about Aleo ASICs. They've been rumored for a while, and Mining Now finally has some stuff listed here. There's nothing officially I didn't see on Goldshell's website or Iceriver's website, but Mining Now has the Goldshell listed and the Iceriver listed. Here we're looking at the Iceriver Aleo AE0, wherever the hell it is, at 50 mega hash at 100 watts for 2 joules per mega hash. $38 a day. Yeah, that's not going to happen when these things actually ship and arrive. Because we all know there's some big bad boy ASICs behind these as well. And then if we go back, let's search Aleo. And let's open a new tab. We'll get these side by side. So then here's the Goldshell AE box, 37 mega hash at 360 watts. So the efficiency is god awful compared to the AL0. If these are all legit and accurate, but they still smoke GPUs. So here I have a 4090 pulled up. A 4090 gets 1.3 mega hash, mega proofs, whatever you want to call it, at 310 watts. So even the Goldshell box is like 30 sometimes as efficient as a 4090 is. The Iceriver AL0 is way beyond that yet too. So efficiency, yes, is fantastic and great and everything like that. And they do currently, if they existed and they were in consumers' hands right now, they do make a shit ton of money. But we all know how this game works. They release them, announce them, they're super ridiculously profitable. And then by the time they reach consumers' hands, they're not making shit. For the most part. The KS0s, the Iceriver ones initially last year, that's more of an anomaly. Those did very well. People made a lot of money on them. On the original KS0s, the second batch of KS0s, KS0 Pro, I guess, was next. They probably made money and paid off. Ultras, probably not so much. I know my 2 original KS0s, they more than paid themselves off. I stopped tracking them after they basically broke even and even start making some money sometime last year at some point. But the other thing I did do is I did purchase an AL0 for Alephium, and I purchased an RX0 for Radiant, and I have been tracking that since I purchased them. So let's hop over into the spreadsheet just to give you an idea, because I'm not even sure we know a price yet. I haven't seen a price for these Aleo miners yet. With that type of profitability, I'm sure they're going to be raping people. So and just be careful. I'm probably sitting this one out. The AL0 and the RX0 are 2 good examples of why not to do it. Because I think the RX0 was probably estimated to make about $12 or something like that when they were announced, and they ain't making shit right now. They're barely covering power, and the same with the AL0 is barely covering power too. And there was another batch of Alephium miners that just I think recently hit, so that made the Alephium profitability even worse. But here on my AL0, what we're looking at, it's been online since August of last year. I have mined currently about 119 Alephium with it. Worth about $191 when it was mined. Currently worth about $150 because Alephium has decreased in price. And you can see if I would have purchased it. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit for you guys and gals. It would have been, if I would have purchased the lithium, it would have been 414. Current value of that lithium purchase was 522. I spent some ETH on it. ETH's current value was 823 US dollars. The buy was 834. So in other words, it's kind of looking like I probably should just keep my damn ETH, is what I should have did. So the break-even Alephium price with the current amount of lithium that I have mined so far is 119. And days remaining. Look at this. 489 to 660 days remaining to break even. Not counting power. Granted, it's about 25 cents a day-ish to run these at 100 watts in that ballpark. So yeah, not a good purchase. Probably should not have done this. Going to need Alephium to pump up substantially to make this worthwhile. So, like, say $15. Yeah, if it goes to $15, then there's about it goes to $1,700 of what I currently mined. So yeah, you're gonna need something crazy like that to happen for that one to pay itself off. RX0, similar, maybe even more dire situation. So I think this came online in October, looks like, and I have mined about 70,000 radiant. I have another payout coming here shortly. I think I'm 100, 200 radiant away from another payout. It's not going to make that big of a difference. But same thing, if I would have bought the radiant, I could have purchased 379,000 radiant. And then I did spend some ether on it as well. When I spent the ether, it was worth $2,200. This one I definitely should have held on to the ETH, because now that's $440 worth of Ethereum is now worth $677 worth of Ethereum. And I, like I said, mined 70,000 radiant for a whopping $62, 14% towards break even, and future the break even radiant price is 0.006 essentially is where break even, which is essentially a 10x from here just to break even. Let that sink in. No, a 10x already just to break even. And then a future radiant price would have to go to basically just about a penny for it to break even. It would probably have to go to about, say, 3 cents maybe. Yeah, 3 cents, 2.5 cents to be similar. 0.025. You're going to give it roughly about $1,700. Like the Alephium one, knows about 2.5 cents is where it would need to go. But basically to catch a double, yeah, roughly $1.50. Because basically, roughly the AL0 was $800 or so, and it would have to hit $15 or so to be a double from $800 to $1,700. To go to $440 to $1,000, which is roughly a little more than a double as far as that goes. And Radiant would have to go to about 1.5 cents. So yeah, these bastards are never going to break even. And again, not even taking into account power. Luckily, they're not too expensive. So if you did want to use one just to stack coins, and they are cheap to run, they do put off a decent amount of heat too. So that's really about the only advantages to them. Maybe the first batch you might be able to make some profit on, but I have a feeling these things are going to be stupid expensive for what they are, and probably over $1,000, $2,000. Hopefully not more than that, but they're going to be overpriced. So my suggestion is, I would say avoid it, but it's not financial advice. You can do whatever you want. Most of us are all adults here. We can piss our money away on whatever we want to piss our money away on. I know I am good at that sometimes. I basically, the RX0 and the AL0, for all intents and purposes, I could kind of consider that those were a waste. Because I kind of had a pretty good feeling going in that they were not going to be breaking themselves even, but it did provide something to make some content on and videos and stuff like that on. So that part, it is what it is, and it does, yes, and building the bags up a little bit more of Alephium and Radiant over time. So take that for what it is. But as far as these guys, yeah, definitely not the Goldshell. Iceriver, I mean, depending on the price and stuff like that, I don't know. If they're not stupid expensive, if you were going to buy one, maybe look at the Iceriver, but I don't know. I'd still say avoid it, but hey, do what you want. Just don't bitch and complain when you don't make your money back. So, because I know I've seen a lot of other videos out. I haven't really watched much of them yet, just because. But I'm thinking pretty much everybody's gonna be on the same lines, a train of thought, at least anyway, because we've seen this game before. So, ASIC miner gets announced, super profitable. By the time they hit consumers' hands, they're making, even if they made half of what they made, it would be fantastic, but they're not going to make anywhere near that. You might make 10-15% of what they actually make, because as soon as all these miners hit, the network hash rate gets hammered, Then the big boy ASICs follow behind it, and it gets hammered even more. And then these just get freaking mined into oblivion, and you get a worthless brick in your hands, basically. So just be careful if you are thinking about buying one. Just make sure the price isn't stupid. I'm not leaving. I don't have any links to leave, and I'm not going to leave any anyway, just because I'm not going to recommend these things. The channel does not have a big reach, so but do what you want. I don't think it's going to be the best idea. I don't think the Caspa miners, I think, were a one-off as far as the early versions of those, as far as being able to make some money on those a little small. Because the first batchers of the Iceriver KS0s, they made a good bit of money. They were on the expensive side too. I think each of mine I paid $1,200 for, or in that ballpark at least anyway. And they did pay themselves off, but yikes. That's not going to be a consistent thing. I consider myself getting lucky with those, so I'm not going to count on every miner being like that. So if you want to buy an ASIC miner and take a risk, buy a Dogecoin miner, Litecoin miner. Those things are proven over the last, have they ever been not profitable? I know, like mini Doge Pros and things like that, maybe the original one was unprofitable when Doge was under 7 cents or 7, 8 cents, something like that. But if you've been mining the whole time and you took advantage of the pumps, you'd be sitting pretty. So I kind of kicked myself for turning mine off there for a while, but it is what it is. So, but anyway, that's about all I got for this video. This will keep an eye out on the price of these bastards and see what they go for. But yeah, it's entertaining. $10,000 yearly income. If they were anywhere close to that in price, that's freaking asinine. So, but hey, these ASIC companies are greedy as fuck, so you never know what they're going to ask for these stupid things, and fucking idiots will pay for it. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, this one, I'm going to be watching this one from the sidelines. I mined a small bag of Aleo with GPUs. I'll sit on that. Whatever happens with it, it happens. And I'll either take my profits or take my lumps. One of the two. But I'm not going to get raped on another mini home ASIC and just have it never break even. Just like the AL0 and the RX0. Because those guys are probably never going to break even unless we get some good, big, massive price increases. So we'll be sitting on some nice, shiny black bricks. So, but anyway, that's it for this video. We'll catch you in the next one. I'm going to get some snow prep done because it is snowing here in the Northeast. It's starting to come down kind of heavy now. I need to go out and get some sushi and go up to the fiance's, and we're going to veg out and watch the Eagles win. I hope. So, anyway, catch you later.